I don't show too much of this room, but in front of the entryway in the house is another little entry area. You'll probably recognize this view, and here's where the room is in relation to the stairs. Also, sorry about my voice. I have a cold that's led to a sore throat, so now I sound like this. But it's not COVID, so I'm happy about that. In this room, there's just a little bit of trim to be removed before I brought in my tarp to lay it down and prep for plaster removal. I brought in my bins, my ladder, and all of my tools, and got right to work. These interior walls go pretty quick because the wall on the other side is already done, so when I was banging on that other side with the sledgehammer, it started loosening up this side for me. I kept this clip a little slower to show you the larger chunks that come off of the wall. This is about a 2.5 foot piece that's about to come down as soon as I remove the little bit of plaster that was anchoring it to the wall. And I was lucky enough to run into quite a few pieces like that in my work yesterday until I moved to the exterior walls. I'll have to make a video that shows why these exterior walls are so much harder to remove. The sledgehammer doesn't do as much to those exterior walls because they're still full of insulation, so you really have to put a lot of muscle behind that crowbar to get the plaster off. You'll also see when I get back around to finishing those walls, it all comes off in tiny little pieces, unlike that large piece we saw on the interior wall on the other side of this room. And in the next clip, I kept it kind of slow again, so you can see this whole wall ended up separating for me, and it came off so easily. There it all comes. I love when that happens. It makes the work go so much quicker. I usually try to save walls like this for last, because it's great for when you're super sore and you don't have a lot more to pour into the project. It makes it very easy on you. This whole room took me 2 hours to complete, so it was a pretty quick project. But also included in that time is a visit from my grandmother who stopped by just to say hello, and my parents who stopped in to check on my progress and drop off a couple of things for me. So I would say total working time in here was probably about an hour and a half. I also tried a new cleanup method because there wasn't that much debris on this tarp. I just pulled all of the corners together, managed to get my arms around it, and carried it out to the dumpster. And with this little entryway done, the only room left with plaster on the walls down here is the kitchen.